get it into that sort of ballpark figure and then play, as they say. Well, 9-2 from sixes for Silent Warrior. For the Cheltenham Amigos, obviously running at the wrong track. But presumably they won't worry if it lands a bit of a punt. Of course, we have in this race the man who won the Grand National. Derek Fox rides the outsider here, Global Furt. The one for Arthur Boy. He's trying to pick up some more outside rides over the next few weeks. Anyway, let's go to Gareth Topham.
Hurdle race, 2.5 miles in front of them. They'll jump 10 flights, and it is Silent Warrior, who was quite well backed beforehand, going on with Global Furt in the black coloured jacket with white stars on, and wider out Brass Monkey as they came over the first, all over safely. Just in behind Brass Monkey is Faction, and then a little break back to the yellow sleeves of Crystal Star. Arboretum is next in green and yellow colours, the race favourite, with up towards the outside Gwilly Spar. Back in behind those is Emigrated, as they now are on the approach to hurdle number 2. Right towards the back of the field, Bay Fortuna, and last of all is John Biscuit, as they now take off for the second time. All landing safely, and the gallop appears to be a fair one, with Brass Monkey and Andrew Tinkler on the outside of Silent Warrior and Aidan Coleman. They're 3 to 4 lengths away from in third Global Furt, and then a little wider out is Faction, who runs in fourth. 3 lengths further behind those to find Crystal Star. Arboretum over towards the inside. Gwilly Spar is out a bit wider as they make the left-handed turn back towards the home straight for the first time. Emigrated is in the rear third of the field at this stage, as is Bay Fortuna, who is currently racing in second last place, only has 1 behind, and that is the patiently handled John Biscuit, now with Tom O'Brien assisting from on top. Racing now towards the first of the 3 flights in the home straight, and it is Brass Monkey, who's up and over boldly, all landing well. Brass Monkey to in second place Silent Warrior, and then Global Furt without a little bit deeper Faction, and Liam McKenna now just taking slightly closer order as they are on the approach to flight number 4. Jumping 10 in all, so they'll be halfway soon, and all landing safely out across that one. And the field now just closing ranks a little bit, with only probably 10 lengths covering them all now. Brass Monkey continuing up ahead here, will be driven into the next flight and picks up willingly. A bit of a scrappy leap at the back end of the field from Bay Fortuna, who wrapped the hurdle quite hard. So down past the stands they head. A circuit left to travel. They're now near the halfway stage of the Whitley Groundworks handicap hurdle. Brass Monkey has always been prominent and still leads up by a couple of lengths now to Global Furt in second. Faction going third from Silent Warrior along the inside. And then Gwilly Spar at a big price up around the out of the pink sleeves and cap. Crystal Star with that one, Arboretum over towards their inner. That one being tracked in turn by Bay Fortuna as they embark on their run out towards the far side. Emigrated is also right towards the rear end of the field. And 3 lengths back to John Biscuit. Arriving at the 6th flight, Brass Monkey is up and over with a lead standing at just under 2 lengths to Global Furt, who's travelling well. And Grand National winning jockey Derek Fox racing in second place now. The horse still quite keen. Then towards the outside is Silent Warrior, who's now been angled off the inside to get closer once more. A little wider out his Faction. Then Arboretum and Bay Fortuna, both of whom are taking closer order now. In behind runners is Crystal Star. Gwilly Spar on the very wide outside as they take the last of the hurdles going down the back. Then Emigrated and John Biscuit, who remains at the rear. So racing on now towards their final 5.5 furlongs. A long run now before they get to 3 out. And it is Brass Monkey, as it has been throughout, showing up ahead here, but only just to Global Furt on the outside. Deeper still is Silent Warrior. Then Arboretum with Bay Fortuna now just getting a shake of the reins, currently lying in at 5th spot. And then towards the outside is Faction from Crystal Star. And then over to the inside is Emigrated from Gwilly Spar, and as they make the journey back for home. Still John Biscuit races at the tail. Brass Monkey now under siege from on the outside. Global Furt, who's still travelling quite powerfully. Bay Fortuna driven along back in behind them with Arboretum as they now come towards the third flight from the end. And up ahead now, Bay Fortuna launching a strong attack to the two front runners and takes the measure definitely of Brass Monkey. Global Furt on the far side is boxing on for pressure. Staying on quite well is Emigrated, with up to the outside Faction and then Crystal Star. Arboretum with quite a bit to do, but Bay Fortuna is up and over the second last, rather heaved himself over, but is showing up ahead by 3 to 4 lengths from in second place Global Furt, and then Emigrated. Arboretum down the wide outside is Faction, and further back then to Crystal Star. Bay Fortuna is over the final flight well, and clearly so, by 3 to 4 lengths to in second place on touching down Faction, then Emigrated. Further back to Gwilly Spa, and then a tiring Global Furt, and Arboretum getting going when it's all over. This is going to go the way of Bay Fortuna for trainer Mark Usher. Dave Cross on board for the Ridgeway Partnership. Bay Fortuna a clear-cut victor. From in second place at Faction, the race was on for the places in behind those. Arboretum staying on towards the outside of Gwilly Spa. Back in behind those came Emigrated.
Well, Dave Cross does a lot of boxes and things like that, talking at racetracks these days, but he's actually ridden 2 winners from his last 4 rides, and he's only had 4 rides in the last 2 weeks. So you could argue that he is one of the most informed jockeys in the country, because when he rides winners, they tend to be at biggish prices. This one isn't. It was a fancied runner here. 9 to 2, Bay Fortuna, who had run okay at Huntingdon last time. But this was a horse rated 100 not long ago, running off 86 here. Chucked in, if anywhere near back to form. And it was back to form. So Bay Fortuna for Dave Cross and Mark Usher. Convincing winner there at Uttoxeter. So Bay Fortuna is a winner. And does well. So Bay Fortuna is too good. 9 to 2 second favourite. Faction at 12. He did look like a horse who might be okay handicapped. Arboretum at 3 to 1. Go back to Leopardstown. Mile 7 stakes contest coming up shortly. No betting through yet though. Let's see what Gary O'Brien has got for us.
Just a quick chat with Billy Lee here before he goes to weigh in. Billy, it's been a good few days, hasn't it? Gutsy partner there.
Good. He travelled lovely all the way around, and I got a lovely run turning in. Just managed to slip in behind Kevin Manning turning in, and just waited a few strides and gave him a kick in the belly, and he galloped all the way to the line.
Yeah, I'm sure you were expecting a few challenges to come. Did you always think you had enough left?
I knew from winning him